What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Weekend Freight. And if you're new, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the nation and find the freight. I got a little theory is if you can find the high freight volumes, you can find the high rate volumes. So, you know, a market with a lot of freight is also usually a market with little trucks. But the market with a lot of trucks, well, you're going to have to compete for those rates. Where I'm going to start is the national load count, and this is for dry van. This is September 4th, and if you don't know how this works, this is DAT's Truckersedge. Alabama, it's showing 774 loads going in versus 443 coming out. So it shows a lot of trucks going into the market and not a lot coming out. So you're going to be competing with a lot of trucks to get those rates, and well, the rates are going to be drove down because the brokers, well, they got this same information, so they know what's up. Cali's just putting a lot of freight volume down, but they've also got a lot going in. So I'm gonna scroll down through here, and if you want to pause it and check your state, by all means, pause away. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna start in Atlanta, and I'm gonna go around the nation and see what the freight volumes are. So let's go ahead and dig in. And the way I like to do this is Atlanta, 120 miles out. Now it's smart if you want to do 50 miles out, 100 miles out, 200 miles out. My preference is 120. And going anywhere, van freight, full and partial, for today, September 4th. So Atlanta's showing 808 loads on the board, which is pretty stout for Atlanta. It is now 10:45 a.m. and this is a Wednesday, so yeah, is it Wednesday? I think so. 808 loads. It could be a little higher, but you can click this little offer tab right here, which is already set. And what this little offer tab right here is going to do is show you the brokers that has a posted rate on the load they're trying to move. Now, not all brokers do this, but a lot of them has learned if they just put some numbers out there, they get more people calling them. But for example, this one right here is going from Buford, Georgia, up to Oregon. It's 38,000 pounds, full truckload. And right here, this is why I love Truckersedge Pro version. You get the 15-day average right here. And the 15-day average has been showing about 33.43. And they're trying to move this load for 3,800. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So there's seems to be a lot of good freight. Seems to be a lot of freight. Anyway, now that you know how it works, if you like that, I can't go into all the rates on all the lanes. I mean, there's thousands of them. But if you are curious on how that works and if you want to see more, if you would jump down into the description, there's a link. If you click that link, you can try it out free for 30 days. As I always say, free is free and don't haul cheap. With that tool, no matter what lane you're in, whether you're familiar with it or not, you will have the trucker's edge and know what's up with the rates and lanes. So let's move on. Let's shoot over to Dallas. And I've been in Dallas twice this month and done pretty decent both times. So Dallas is showing 607. See what kind of money they got on the boards. See if we can find some Florida loads. Here's one. Here you go. There you go. Irvine, however you want to say it. Irvine, Texas, down to Bradenton, Florida. $5,000. $5,000. Probably a FEMA load. So there you go. The average on that's been $22.74. So there you go. Let's see. You can scroll over here and you can scroll up and down on a particular load, and let's see what it says. Commodities. It says stops, material, LA, Sugar Hill, Georgia, Plum Harbor, Florida. So that's got multiple stops on it. You need ramps, lift gate, 160 pads, 8 beams, 6 plywood, and 13 straps. So that's a good specialty load right there, and a logistics trailer. So no, it's not a FEMA load. That's just specialty. That's why everybody always talk about specialty. There you go, 1,100 miles for $5,000. So Dallas is 605. Let's shoot down to Fort Worth, Texas, and they have 563 available loads. I gotta speed this up. I gotta go check in. There you go. There you go. Let's check out Phoenix. Just knowing that the load counts was messed up on Phoenix, let's just see what it's got. Phoenix has 65 exact loads. Now they'll put this right here. There's more than 65, but it's outside that 120 mile radius. I don't know what the perimeter is. I don't know if it's 150 or 200, but in the 120 mile radius, there's 65 exact loads. So I hope if you're going to Phoenix, you got some good money in it. And if I was you, I'd snag up a Phoenix load, bounce over into LA, and pick one up and come out from LA. Speaking of LA, let's check out LA and see what they're doing. 819 loads. Oh, wow, that's LA's slacking. They're behind the 8 ball this week. There's you in Anchorage, Alaska for $9 grand. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. 818 loads in Los Angeles. Let's shoot up to Tracy, California. If you don't know, Tracy's like, well, bump us up 200. Tracy's in between Sac and Ripon and all the Bay Area. So I like doing Tracy so I can get all of that northern Cal area. So 759 in the Tracy area. It's kind of odd. Northern Cal usually don't outdo Los Angeles, but they are today. Uber Freight's got one from Napa to Morrisville, North Carolina for $4,500. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Moving on. I got 10 minutes, guys. I got 10 minutes. I got to go check in. Let's move to Seattle. Let's bump this back down to 120. $267 exact loads in the Seattle market. Yeah, it's about normal. Let's go down to Kansas City. Kansas City. Now Kansas City is 447 exact loads. Looking good, Kansas. So going to be another strong week for the Midwest, I bet. Oh, let's beat the camera, Sammy. Just beat it. Don't matter. 713 or 31 loads in the market there. St. Louis looking stout. Indianapolis. Oh, come on now. Indianapolis. What you got? Gee, yep. 1,880 or 73 loads in the Indy market. Yeah, Midwest is where you want to be. Let's check out Columbus. Columbus. That's where I'm at right now, Columbus. I'm about to pick up a load going to Atlanta for a Friday morning drop. Friday. 1,571 in the Columbus market. Good God. Okay, I'm going to save the rest of that. We're going to shoot down to Charlotte, North Kakalaki, and then we're going to work our way back up to the Midwest. Charlotte's coming in with 836. Not too bad, Charlotte. You got some freight. Let's go down to Columbia, South Carolina. 644. So they've got some freight in the Carolinas. Let's go up to North Bergen, Jersey. That's right there. I'll tell you what, I'm going to bump this mileage up and just get all of the extreme northeast. See if I can get Jersey, Baltimore, Philly, and all that stuff. And God, yeah, 3,592 loads. Let's bump it back down. Bump it down to 120. And they're coming in with 1958. So that's going to pick up Allentown, Northeast PA. It's picking up all, yeah, there's a lot of freight. Jesus, there's a lot of freight up there. They're banging. Okay, let's go over to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, PA. And they're coming in with 927, so Pittsburgh's stout. Cleveland, Ohio. What do you got? 1150 in the Cleveland market. Nice. All right, let's shoot over St. Paul, Minnesota. 708. Good God. That's stout for St. Paul. That's usually weak. Now, let's see. Let's go ahead and wind it up. Let's check out Chicago. Usually the Freight King. See if they're still the Freight King. And they are absolutely the Freight King. Good God, look at there. I was thinking New York was going to take them. But, all right, guys. I got to wind this up. I got to go check in and get my pallets off here. But, end of video cap. If I was I'm going home. But if I was going to continue to work, I would stay in the Northeast. As far as Allentown, as far as I want to go in this big rig. Allentown to the Midwest, Chicago, St. Louis, Indianapolis, and I would just overnight and short hop the hell out of some Midwest freight, because that's where it's at, Midwest. Anyways, guys, if you're still watching, you rock. Consider subscribing if you like this video. I'll put these out on the regular and a lot of other videos as well, all pertaining to trucking. Anyways, guys, you got to think how to rise. Winners never quit, and quitters, well, they never win. So, yeah, bye.